Oh yes, we are finally live, Legends. How's everybody doing? We are getting this collapse, Legends. What is going on? How low can we go for the price of Bitcoin? Was this it? Are we going to start recovering very aggressively from now on? We're going to be going through the technical analysis, okay? And the bearish case scenario locally did play out, okay? I was looking at a possibility here, looking at the lower time frames on the price of Bitcoin. There was a very extremely bearish case scenario, which was having multiple 1-2 formations to then form 3, 4, 5, 4, 5s and get an aggressive drop. Coming down below $89,000. We are here today, guys. Now, was this it? We need to analyze very carefully this price action because I can tell you what are the possible moves that could happen next and where we can take advantage. Now, I have to say, I did attempt the long position at the 0.88 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. We did get a bounce, was looking very good. All right, speculating on that triangle. Let's see if we are going to continue ranging here. Now, the trading setup was simple. Enter the 0.88 as you do recover, stop loss beneath the low. And we did get a bounce of over $1,000. All was looking okay, but went to bed, got stopped out, and I woke up this morning with this. Now, the short position, most of the profits were taken, right? We were analyzing the scenario yesterday. So as a day trader, let me just quickly explain this scenario right over here, okay? Make sure to destroy the like button. We'll be going through what is next, okay, for Bitcoin. What are the levels I'm paying attention, guys? You need to destroy the like button, smash it up right away because we'll be going through the pure technical analysis, okay? So you can understand, the levels of opportunity and how I am, looking to trade this market with this drop. Now, I need you to destroy the like button. Okay. I need to check the volume. I need to check that everything is A-okay. All right. Let me just double check here with the sound. Everything's looking good. Yes, yes, yes. All good. Let's go. All right. All good. All good. All good with the sound. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Phew. What a dump. What a dump, guys. What a dump. It was very much a possibility for this dump to happen, right? It was one of the scenarios, right, that we have been talking about, right? It's talking about the bullish one, the levels that need to hold as support. If we start losing this lows, I'm really not interested in doing anything here, guys, because we have the ultimate bearish case, which is, getting a major drop below $89,000, right? 87, 86. This was one scenario, right? And you always need to be aware of the situation, right? Of, hey, what if this is not a triangle, right? We talked about the bullish case. We talked about, hey, what if we are forming a triangle here, all right? And we are still going to range in this area. It's possible. The levels to trade were only two. The 7.8 and the 0.88 and stop beneath the low. And I attempted the 0.88, not the 7.8, because we crossed the 7.8 pretty aggressively yesterday. And I was thinking, hey, if the triangle needs to maintain, this is the ultimate last level. If you don't form a higher low here, we are going down. We are going down, right? I'm not interested in any long positions in this range, right? Of course, shorts, you could have shorted here. I took profits from this short. It's a day trade. I also took profits from a head short that I had from the long and took profits at the 0.88. These are day trading scenarios. I am interested and I am in a swing long position from these current levels. Now, I'm going to handle this like I can afford to handle it. Take that with a pinch of salt. But this zone is the zone of interest for the price of Bitcoin to recover in the next coming weeks, okay? We are talking about the reaccumulation schematic that we've been talking throughout the last couple of weeks. Sweep up the lows. Is this the moment, or is there too many eyes looking at this? And this is not going to happen. And we're just going to go to much lower levels. right? This area is a swing trade area. Just like this short double top scenario, you're aiming for the lows of the range. It's a swing short position. It may take many weeks like it did. This area is a swing longing area. Now you can take it as you wish. Where should I long? Shall we wait for a sign of strength? I'm handling this as I can afford to handle it, guys. You need to do your own risk management and your own trading plan. I'm not sure how much 1% or 2% of your capital is to get into this risk trade. What is your invalidation, right? But this area is to start thinking of swing long positions. We will see in the next coming weeks what happens, right? Because are you bearish? Are we going down to 70K and $60,000? Right? This is the ultimate panic zone. We are in extreme fear as we speak. This went from neutral fear to extreme fear in the last 24 hours. Big dump. Altcoins are getting wrecked. Could this be very close to the lows? I'm not going to speculate on altcoins. I'm here to speculate on the analysis on Bitcoin. This is my field. This is where I know what to trade, how to get in, how to manage risk, regardless the bullish case or the bearish case. The bullish case scenario, we need to talk about this, guys. We cannot suddenly just forget about what we talked about yesterday. Was either 7.8, which I did not like, or the 0.88. Look at the reaction that the 0.88 got here. Beautiful reaction at the 0.88 from this pivot low to the pivot high. This bounced $1,000. You are not FOMOing into the bounce. You're very much aware of the bearish case. This is only a sniper long, stop loss beneath the low of the 0.88. If you missed the long and you're long in here, well, you're not managing risk. You're late to the trade. You're late to the trade and you don't get in. It is simple. You need to execute when you need to execute, right? When we're talking about these day trade scenarios. So this didn't play out, right? We lost the 0.88, eventually losing the 0.88. You're looking for this low to be hit. This low, absolutely no reaction. You just slice through the level. Well, eventually at this point, you are looking to take out this low, and not only this low, the lows, right, of the entire range. This was pretty clear on my trading plan. You will not see me in any long positions anywhere in this zone. Right? You lose the level for the bullish case. There's no more bullish case imagination. You know, you're just out of the market until you get down beneath this low. You got down beneath this low, absolute max pain, max panic. Now is when you're starting to transition on, okay, I was not interested in any long positions in this range. Only the 0.88 or the 0.78. No reaction at the 0.78. We just sliced through. I'm looking for the 0.88. We got below, we got above. Sniper long, we got the bounce. Stop loss beneath the low. You're saving, getting wrecked here, right? Anybody that does not know how to manage risk and understands where he does not need a trade, this is an ultimate get wrecked situation for the people that are longing, right? Or building a long position, right? So this was a no trade zone beneath the 0.88, understanding that this could happen. This could happen right over here. You're building up multiple 1-2s, right? And you're ending up with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to talk about this scenario right now, guys, just so it can make sense for you, right? Just because this ain't random, you know, drawings, right? And trying to speculate, oh, it might go up, it might go down. There is counts and there is reasons to believe that a bounce is probably near or on the formation. We'll go in detail through this scenario, okay? Which was the bearish case scenario, which is coming down to $87,000, $86,000 potentially. This happened this morning. What is next? If this scenario has played out now, What are we looking at? We're going to go through that right away, guys. So make sure to destroy the like button while I put the aircon on because it's getting a bit warm in here. And while you smash up the like button, we are going to concentrate all our power and energy to analyze this situation right now. Is it too early to get into a swing long? Could we test the lows one more time as we are bouncing here in a fourth wave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We claim the lows one more time, then we get the recovery. It is very possible, guys. We're going to be going in detail the levels of resistance, the invalidation for the bears. If we do get above certain levels, guys, it will be a confirmation for me that the price will be recovering in the next coming weeks. That level is going to be shared in this stream in detail so you can understand that that would be a sign of strength, okay? Also, what is the bearish case scenario? What is the ultimate bearish case scenario that I do see here? And what other levels are interesting for longs, okay? Make sure to stay tuned, guys. This will be explained in detail. We talk about bullish case, bearish case, the levels to trade, the levels not to trade, the zones that I'm interested in, and the zones that I am not interested in. As explained yesterday, there was only one level that I was interested in a long, and I'm not interested in this area because I am aware of the waterfall to claim the lows of $89,000. Moving down impulsively since this pivot, which we moved down very impulsively, very quick. Okay? So there is an explanation of all of the movements on the chart, and we can try and predict what are the next movements. So make sure to stay tuned, destroy that like button, because I put a lot of power and energy this morning to analyze this local scenario on the price of Bitcoin. And I am interested already in a swing long position from this range. Now, the more conservative is closing daily candles, right? Today, we close a daily above this level. We can consider that being a short-term sign of strength, okay? I was a little bit more aggressive. I understand that the pivot high of a range is a swing short position. Sorry, not a swing long. And the lows of the range is starting to think of swing long positions. I am a day trader, but this area is for swing longs, right? Let's keep it simple. So I'm more interested in this scenario. We're going to talk about a possible scalp day trade short position because, hey, we are downtrending. The price is moving down. The bears are going to say, oh, it's just going to be a dead cat bounce and we are going to go lower. Possibly, yes. We know the levels that the price needs to find resistance. So make sure to stay tuned. Smash up that like button on your way in because we got a good one here, legends. We got a good one. Very exciting. We need to have a moment of silence for the people that were looking for swing longs and were not managing risk throughout the last 24 hours. We need a moment of silence for anybody that was looking for long positions and was using more than a 20x leverage because eventually this movement down would have got them liquidated. We stay away from those gangs, guys, all right? We stay away from those gangs. This was a no long interesting area, okay? Regarding only the 0.88 Fibonacci, which I did attempt and I did get stopped out from that position, guys, okay? So, let's go through the comment section, guys. Make sure to destroy the like button because I need that like pumping, okay? 50x leverage, stop loss hit twice. Guys, maintain risk, okay? Maintain risk. It doesn't matter the leverage. Have invalidations. Don't lose more than 1 to 3% max. 3% is your absolute max, okay? Of your portfolio, of your capital. You cannot lose more than 3%. 3% is a hit. Do not get wrecked, guys. This is a long-term play, all right? Long-term play. You look for day trade scalps. You're managing risk. Tomorrow's another day. right? You know the deal. Let's see how many likes we have, because if the like button is under 200, if we have less than 200 likes, then I'm not going to be happy, guys. I don't want to do anything. Let's see how many likes we do have. We have over 200. That's good. Okay, good enough. Good enough for me. All right, good enough. We get into 300. That is absolutely awesome, right? Are you worried? Are we excited? Let's go, guys. We need to analyze this situation, okay? We need to really analyze this situation because, whew. Let's go with the bearish case, right? Let's just count what we mentioned yesterday. What would be the bearish case? Let's do an overview of this situation, right? What the heck is this? You know, what are all these numbers and letters, right? What are you talking about? What is all this nonsense, right? That's coming down below $89,000, potentially 88, 87, right? What is the latest move? How has it developed? That's what we need to understand. So we need to zoom in through this price action from the pivot high to the pivot low. That is where we need to concentrate our power right now and our knowledge to understand this movement. Whatever happened here doesn't matter. I'm still leaning on the reaccumulation schematic, guys. This was very much a scenario that we are kind of waiting for, right? The question is, most importantly right now, for you, is the low in right now, and we are going to start recovering from this pivot. Bulls will remain extremely bullish once we hit all-time high and we attempt to break out, and calling for 150,000, 200,000, $1 million Bitcoin, right? The bears will step in right now, saying that we are going to go to much, much lower levels. But the charts tell me another story here, guys. The charts tell me another story. And you are about to know about that story. Let's just focus our energy in the latest scenario, this bearish case scenario, which is actually coming down below $89,000. Because other scenarios have been invalidated. So we don't need to talk about them because they no longer exist. They no longer, okay, have a probability, not even a percent, not even nothing, 0%. They're invalidated. So going through that scenario, not this one, which is invalidated, all right? E had to hold, the 0.88 had to hold, right? It did not hold, it broke down. The other one that played out here is this one. Now, when we do consider this scenario, okay, we're only focusing on this range, right? This range is what is counted because what you have here is a zigzag. What you have here also is a three-wave structure to the upside. And now we are focusing our energy on the different waves that we have in this zone, right? And we're only going to, you know, put our energy in this area on this live stream. To keep it simple, for all of those people that do not want to follow the waves and the different levels of resistance and support locally that is coming now in the next 5 to 10 minutes, you can just say, okay, I'm leaning on the reaccumulation schematic. We are going to be forming the spring point where you sweep up the lows. Massive buying pressure is going to come here. The smart money is going to start buying the lows of the range as we do have extreme fear. And the bounce is going to happen, right? That's the easy explanation, right? Easy explanation would be this one. Reaccumulation schematic, we're going to form the spring point, and this is it, right? We could go in detail on the different moves because we could hit the lows one more time, guys. We could actually get below $87,000 again. Okay, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about, okay, well, why could that happen, right? We're going to go a little bit more in detail, guys, instead of just going on higher time frame, showing you an oversold RSI and say, okay, it's time to recover. What if we do come back down to the lows? What do we need to see? That's what we're going to talk about here, guys. Okay, so right now, the question is, have we formed a 3, 4, 5 right over here, right? Have we finished this movement? All right. Or have we got one more low to be created? We're forming the fourth wave. We still have one more low to be created. That is going to be the ultimate question. And I have that in detail on the lower time frames. The speculation on this scenario is looking at this as an A, B, C. Inside of your B wave, you got a flat, right? No major structure, just a range, just a flat structure. This is not impulsive. It is corrective. It's sideways momentum. So you need to consider it as a corrective move. All of this, a corrective move. So as you consider this a corrective move, you need to come to the idea of 1, 2, 3 in an ABC. ABC flat in the middle to have your range, your correction, and then your next leg down. You've got a 3-wave move here. Throughout this bounce, as this was your only high, you don't have another high, you don't have a zigzag high, and then you move down. This had to be your fast zigzag move, right? There is a possible count on the lower time frames where you get a pump, a mini consolidation right there, as you can see, right? On the 4-hourly candlesticks. You got a little stop there. So you need to consider this as your 3-wave move up in your X wave. There's no higher levels. You got a 3-wave move down here. So that's your top right there. No zigzag, no another high. That was the high. This one. What is interesting right now is the movement down from this pivot. Very choppy, very interesting momentum right there. And I have to come to the conclusion eventually, as the other scenarios have been invalidated, such as this one, that this has been the contracting move in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you do have your ABC flat. Okay, this is counted like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Low, low, low. Right over here, you have your A, B, C flat. You got a 3-waver here, 3-waver here, multiple waves here in this area, getting the high of your A wave. So that forms your B wave. So you have your A and your B. Your B, very common, a flat structure. Highs, claim the lows, claim the highs. Nothing impulsive, just a range corrective structure. Now what is interesting is this latest move. Is it finished, or are we going to form one more low? That is what is interesting right now. And that's what we are going to focus our energy on the lower time frames. When we analyze the Friday drop with the Bybit hack, right, giving us a nice little pullback, did manage to get into the short, took profits in this area. I was happy. It's a day trade, right? Swing traders are happy, the ones that are holding this short, right? I'm not a swing trader myself. I might get in one swing trade maybe once a month or once every 2 months, right? You know the deal. I'm not a swing trader. I managed to get into short here, managed to get into a head short here. So overall, I'm looking for longs and shorts every day and managing risk accordingly. With this movement down, we have a one wave. We have a one wave down here. One wave down. Very strong, very, very powerful one wave down. Okay. There's nothing much here. There's just one wave. What we had next throughout the weekend was that bounce. This was the high of the bounce. This was the high of the bounce at $97,000. Okay. So for the moment, you have this information. That's the information that you do have here. Boom, boom. Yesterday, we were talking about the bearish case as well. If the bullish case did not happen, right? We got the bounce at the 0.88. It was the level to look for a bounce. 7.8 did not get a bounce. 0.88 did get the bounce. So you had your sniper moment right there. But then price came back down. The bearish case was looking at this as multiple 1-2 formations. and that you're going to build up 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. You're going to move down aggressively. That's what happens when you build up 1, 2s, 1, 2s. You then have 3, 4, 5s, 4, 5s, and it moves down in a waterfall situation. So the question is, you know, is the low in right now, or do we have one more low? Price, it's starting to lose a bit of the steam, okay? So now is the moment to believe, okay, we can get a bounce, right? We can range, we can maybe claim the low one more time, but the waterfall, you could arguably discuss, has come to a stop, right? You had many hours of waterfall throughout late last night and early this morning, currently having a little bit of a stop. Let's go through two of the scenarios here, right? Let's go through two of the scenarios. We have this one, okay, which is going to be explained in detail. You have formed the 1-2, the ultimate large time frame 1-2, right? Well, large time frame, 30-minute time frame, right? You have the first movement down, then one wave 2. Throughout the last couple of days, right, between Saturday and Sunday, you had the lower high and the next low right over here. All that is one movement. You can arguably discount, that is arguably count that this is a lower time frame 1. Lower time frame 2, you move up here in a zigzag. We were paying attention to this move yesterday. I don't like this, guys. You know, the possibility of double 1-2s here is there, as we do have zigzags to the upside. These are extremely corrective moves that could signal that we are forming multiple 1-2s, just to build up a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 in the next coming hours. So we've got that aggressive move down. Obviously, with the third wave, we got volume starting to kick in on the third waves, right? When you are in that third wave, you realize that you potentially have another 4-5, maybe one more 4-5, but you're coming to the end stages of the movement down, guys, okay? The movement down happened, right? If you are feeling bearish down here, the movement happened already, right? And it doesn't mean that the low is in. It means that we could be very close to the low. We could be very close to the low. So taking this into consideration, right? I have several counts here, several scenarios. This one being one of them, that we still have one more low to be created. Still have one more low to be created here. And the main reason why is because you got your higher time frame 1 and 2. In the orange, you got 1, 2, and in the yellow, you have 1 and 2. Throughout the yellow one, you need to count a third wave. Inside of a third wave, you have 5 waves. So in this wave 2, to count this wave 3 on the lower time frames, you have 1, 2, 3, expanding 5th wave. It is rare, but it does happen on these waterfalls, you know, especially when you have multiple 1-2s. Your wave 5 can be the largest wave. As long as your third wave is not the smallest, it's all good. You cannot have the third wave being the smallest. That is a problem. Then you need to count the things differently, right? So as you have lower high, and lower high, this is how you need to count it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete your third wave here in the yellow. And then you have your 4 and your 5, okay? Completing this, your wave 3 in orange. Why? Because, okay, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the question is, did we form the 4-5 in the orange, which is starting from this zone? You have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, which is having 5 waves in the yellow. You have your wave 4, quick little bounce. And then you have one more low, potentially completing your orange 5 waves. The question is, I have a movement from this pivot. You know, there is a larger wave here. So has all of this been your third wave? Counting the multiple 1-2s. 1, 2, 3. With all of these micro counts. And we still have one more low that is really going to test your patience. I know there's a lot of people wanting to long here. And I know a lot of people will be in longs already. But will you be ready for one more low to happen and then get the recovery in the next coming weeks? Will people be ready for this potential move? That is my question. I will know how to handle this. Question is, will you know how to handle it? Now, the other scenario here, it would be nice if we are going to start correcting and ranging. We form a low right there. We form another high. Obviously, this is a higher time frame wave 4. So you would expect the timing to be similar or even longer than your wave 2. Right? You would expect it to be a little bit longer than your wave 2 here from the higher time frame. Then create that low, then we're looking for the recovery. This is a plan that I have ready, and I have it ready here for you as well. Take it with a pinch of salt. I am already interested in swing long positions. I am ready to add to my swing long position because of this scenario. Now, I'm not in favor of people adding to their position if it goes against them. I have a plan here and I know how to handle it based on my strategy. I am completely against adding to the position because people do not know how to add to the position. They'll go with their entire portfolio. They will go all in when they're adding to the position. They'll go all into crypto with everything that they have. And they'll go with their entire account and they'll be adding like maniacs. This does happen to many traders that do not know how to manage their emotions. I know how to handle this situation and I'm here to help you. Do not go all in. Treat it as a potential swing long position that could take many weeks for the recovery. And note that we could test the lows again. We could break down the lows and go to $70,000. I would be willing to take the loss on that scenario because I'm managing my risk. I know how much I can risk on a swing trade. Could the low be in here? Is the low in, right? You know, there's the scenario. This is one scenario that I think could be very much on the formation, right? Because this is trying to map the bearish case that we talked about yesterday, which is this one right over here. This is the same thing. What if we do collapse in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very impulsively down below $89,000? What will be the plan later? Well, the plan is the current one that I'm talking about. Okay, so we need to be, you know, very, very cautious with accounts of the waves here and the different scenarios. And I would be a little bit in doubt of the price moving up here and people rushing into long positions and then the price rolling down in that fifth wave. That's really going to test your patience and it's really going to test, you know, your ability to handle this situation. Could the low be in here? Could the low be in? Could the low be in here? Because ultimately here, what we're looking at is an ABC move, right? What we're looking at here from this pivot is an A wave in a contracting move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need 5 waves, right? In an A wave, when you're forming a zigzag, you got your flat right there. Claim highs in 3 waves, perfect. 3 waves down. Lots of mini waves here. You can count multiple 1-2s, right? Also in this scenario to claim the high right there, forming a flat. ABC flat. This is no impulse. There's no trending market. It's a sideways range. So it's corrective. This is corrective. All of this is corrective. It's sideways momentum. This is where we are at right now. When is this going to finish to get the recovery? Is it already finished? People that don't do TA and understand the charts, they'll just say we're going to go down to $70,000, right? Well, we might, but I'm looking at the, the opportunity areas, right? Where I can handle a trade, where I'm looking to make some, scratch some dollars from the market. That's what I do. I look to scratch some dollars from the market, despite my analysis is wrong or right. I know the levels where I need to enter. I know the levels where I need to put a stop loss. No strategy is perfect in trading. You know what is perfect? Your risk management is perfect. You need to make your risk management your best strategy. You can use Bollinger Bands, RSI, Market Cipher B, Market Cipher A, Market Cipher Z. You can use all of the different tools that you have, but if you don't manage your risk, you're out of this market, guys. You'll be out in no time. A few weeks, a few months. People that got this wrong, and eventually we talk about the bullish case and the bearish case. We talk about the levels of interest for the long and the short. Anything that you do outside of that box, if you're in the wrong side of the market, you're going to get wrecked. If you are emotionally looking for the reversal as the price is dropping down or levels of interest of support, you are going to get swept. You're going to get wiped out. We understand that, right? So the bearish case is the one that played out. So let's focus right now before I go through the comment section and I get those like buttons, okay, just so you understand the structure of the market, guys, and what we're realizing here for the opportunity zone. I am very skeptical on this being the end of the movement down. Very skeptical. Some daily candle closes above $89,000, right? Today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, could signal a little bit of a sign of strength. But depending on how we move up here is going to be very interesting, right? I wouldn't be extremely bullish just on the first little pump and just the first little daily candle above this level. I would be skeptical very much based on there could be one more low on the formation here. There could be one more low on the formation. We are probably forming the higher time frame wave 4. There's no, when you count this movement down, it's, it's very, very strong. Very, you don't, where is the correction here? There's kind of no correction still. And this is a 3-wave move down. This is a 3-wave move down. I want to see a 5-waver. And the main reason why I want to see a 5-waver is because I am leaning on this bearish case scenario locally, which is bullish for the next couple of weeks. But locally, it could still be bearish. And this means that if this right over here is an A wave and this flat is a B wave, inside of your C wave, you want 5 waves down. And when I do focus locally on this drop, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be stressed out if the price comes down to the lows. So what we need to pay attention very carefully here, guys, and I have to say, could the low be in? It doesn't look awesome. It doesn't look great. For this to be the low, it just doesn't look great. There is a possible count here, which I can go a little bit in detail, but it doesn't look right. But I have to give it a chance, right? It's all about giving a chance for the lowest probability scenario that might be the highest probability, right? Sometimes my lowest probability scenarios plays out, but we just need to take it into consideration. It might play out. This is why I'm very much happy to try and get into swing long into this area. And depending on how we move down aggressively, I will be analyzing very carefully, the movement down. Is it too soon to swing long? Should I cut the losses? In this scenario, what we're looking at here is the possibility of this being finished, but it just does not look, it doesn't look right. Okay, I have to say, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right because this is just, to count one of these waves as a fourth wave is just, I would say that this is still part of the third wave, and we are probably forming the fourth wave here in the next, coming hours. This is very waterfally. It's very impulsive. It's where the highest volume is, which is common for your wave 3, right? It is common for your wave 3. And if you are counting this as your wave 2, right over here, it makes sense that you consolidate your bounce, but then you claim the lows one more time. So unless the price does manage to get above the golden pocket from this pivot to the pivot low, it will mean that this movement probably is the low, but the price needs to get to $93,000. I mean, we're only $4,000 away. It's not that far away. If the price bounces from here and hits the golden pocket, we could consider already that the spring point and the retest of the support could be on the formation, testing the lows of the range. And of course you need that bounce. This bounce confirms that you are no longer coming down to lower levels impulsively. This is why you need a good reclaim of the lows, get above with a few $1,000s of a bounce, close daily candles above the lows. And this is the moment of the accumulation schematic that you realize, okay, that you're no longer moving down impulsively 1 2 3 4 5, right? You're looking at that possible 4-5 formation. You start getting reclaims of the lows of the range. So there's going to be an interesting moment in the next coming days, with or without claiming the lows, guys. And take this with a pinch of salt, because yeah, we could go down and all of this is a bunch of rubbish, right? But for the moment, I need to give it a chance. And there will be some kind of bounce happening in the next coming days. Regardless if it will be bearish or bullish, there will be some kind of bounce. This ain't going to waterfall down to $70,000 today, guys. It's not going to happen. Okay? Could it go down to 85? Yes. Could it go down to 80? To 70,000, get a $20,000 drop today after this drop? It's unlikely. We've already had a lot of volume. We've already had, the liquidation event. So, people that are saying that we're going to go down to $70,000, I don't think it's going to be today. right? Let's leave it that way. Just understanding how the market moves. This is already a very powerful move down, and you need to consider it a third wave. So what you have left here is a 4-5 on the ultimate bullish case scenario locally. You ain't going to go down to $70,000 today. It is highly unlikely, right? I can't say we're not, okay? Because then, you know, after a few hours, then, you know, I'm going to check out the phone and we're hitting $70,000. And then I'll have to come on live stream and give some explanations and say, you said that we were not going to $70,000. We're trading at $70,000 right now. BitBoy will save us. Oh, mine. Oh, man. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I bought many altcoins from that guy in the last few years. You know the answer to that. Anyway, let's focus here on the local scenario, right? This is extremely nice area for the price to bounce. If you can handle some small swing long positions at the lows here, then absolutely awesome, right? If you can handle your risk and realize that one more low could happen based on this scenario, where this is still very impulsively, still very straight line down, realize that you could form one more fourth and fifth wave, just because on the higher time frame it is 1, 2, nice weekend range, roll over down. Where is the higher time frame fourth wave? Where is it? I can't see it. I can't see it. And usually fourth waves are longer, or at least similar length than your wave 2, usually a little bit longer. So we got a situation here. As mentioned, the level where the fourth wave should be on the formation should get rejected. We're already dancing at the 0.236, which is a minimum level for your wave 4. So could this be it? Could this be the one? We're already dancing at the 236. It's usually a very shallow fourth wave. Most commonly, you would get to the 382, 50% Fibonacci. So it's going to be interesting. If you move down here and then you get a leg up, we could be really analyzing this situation. I will be analyzing very carefully how we move up here, because there might be another short trade down to the lows. If we start pumping very aggressively in the next coming hours, and we do manage to get all the way up to $93,000, which I don't think is going to be the case, but if it does happen, this increases the probability that the low is likely going to be in. However, there is always the alternative scenarios, which is, what if we are forming an expanding move? You know, what if we are going to be forming a contracting move, right? Where you hit the 618 and maybe the next low is going to be, you know, very, 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 very poor, right? Very, very, very shallow, right? So you hit the 618, and these are never preferred scenarios, right? You come all the way up to the 618, invalidating your wave 4 for an impulsive move down very aggressively to form a powerful fifth wave. If you get up here, okay, this, you know, already invalidates the highest probability scenario of forming a very powerful fifth wave. Could it be a contracting move? You form one more wave down. Could it be expanding? I mean, that would be the most devastating scenario. It's, you know, unlikely. You know, once you start hitting these levels, you'll realize that there's high probability on a recovery and that the low could be in. The low could be in. I'm handling a swing long, guys. If you are interested, okay, Short trade, we've been taking the profits already on the short trade, looking for a swing long, deleveraged a little bit, okay? Realizing that the low could be in, okay? Realizing that another low could be in. If you are interested in trading, I'm trading on weeks. It is absolutely awesome. I also trade on Bybit, but usually, you know, trading on weeks right now, which is perfectly great, okay? You got an awesome bonus in between $10 and $100, all right? It might be 50, it might be 100, it might be 20. Just by linking your phone number and your email, guys, you'll be getting that bonus right away in your futures exchange, okay? In your futures account in the next 24 to 48 hours when they verify your phone number and your email, okay? For all of the big players, the more you deposit and trade, you'll be getting airdrops of thousands of dollars, okay? Up to $30,000, no more than $30,000. But the active traders that move volume, you know, a little bit of whales, right? I would say sharks, they're going to get lots of airdrops, okay? And you also get 50% fee reduction when you use my link down below, guys, okay? Check out Weeks, awesome platform. I've been trading there, big volume on Bitcoin. I mainly trade Bitcoin there. It works absolutely great, okay? Check out the second link, guys, or the pinned comment. That is where you can access the bonuses here for Weeks. So yes, now is the moment after breaking down from that, you know, speculative triangle that we were talking about yesterday, considering the bearish case. If I am considering this bearish case and that we could be going down below $89,000, I am not going to long 92, 91 or $90,000. There's no levels, there's no long setup if we are considering the multiple 1-2 scenario. So if we did not bounce from the 0.88 Fibonacci here, there is no long to be taken in this area. Realizing the breakdown and the bearish case, and I took most of the profits on that short here. It was a day trade scenario down to this area, realizing that we could bounce. So, you know, it was a target zone. It was a day trade, so I didn't hold all of the position down here. But I'm a day trader, right? It's just the style of my trading. Now I'm interested in a swing trade. You know, this is a kind of trade that I would want to have open for the next coming weeks if I do not get stopped out, right? So we'll be seeing how the price does develop in the next coming days, guys, to confirm, okay, guys, this is looking good. It's not looking that good. What we need to focus on right now is eventually this scenario right over here. For all of those people, all of those bears out there that are leaning bearish and that they say that this is only a small little dead cat bounce, we are going to go lower and we are going down to sub $80,000. I can tell you one thing. I do favor the possibility in testing the lows, maybe hitting 86,000, maybe 85,000. That would be, you know, quite aggressive, quite painful, hard to manage, right? For many bulls, right? But if you believe that we're going down to $70,000, right, today or tomorrow, it's highly unlikely based on the strong impulse has happened already. We've had the strong movement down, right, which is usually either a third wave or a C wave. If we are in the C wave, we know what happens next, right? If we are in that C wave, based on this scenario, we know what happens next, right? An ultimate recovery happens next. So it's going to be very interesting couple of days. It's always interesting. It's always interesting. You know, if you love charting and you realize what different scenarios could happen and where your opportunities lie, then, you know, this is a passion, guys, right? This is a passion. You need to put your hours and your focus. And for the bears out there, I can give you a possibility level here, which is the 382 or the 50% Fibonacci. And this is a big wide range. The 236 is getting a little bit of a reaction right now as we speak throughout the last hour. It would still be shallow in timing compared to this wave 2, So it would be a very shallow wave 4 in timing. If you were to come down here, I would really consider an ABC flat for your fourth wave, or a larger complex correction in a WXY, sideways double combo, it doesn't matter. But if you move down to the lows from here in the next coming hours very fast, I need to consider a flat. So I would be interested in a double bottom here. The main reason why is because your wave 4 in timing would be just too fast. And if you form a flat here, then it would make more sense for that wave 4, right? So I am considering a double bottom here for a long. Getting into a short right now, eventually, if we are in that higher time frame wave 4, I really need to analyze the 382 Fibonacci and the 50% Fibonacci, because I would be interested in taking a short, depending on how we move up there to those fib levels, considering the higher time frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we recover, guys. There's going to be lots of people who are in longs, guys, even myself, but I can handle the situation. But lots of people are going to be like, holy moly, I thought we were going to form the reaccumulation. I thought we were going to bounce from here. I'm getting wrecked right now. I'm panic selling because I risked too much and I'm losing money here. So this is really going to, you know, test your patience, right? If this were to be the scenario, right? Because I can say that, you know, maybe the low is in, you know, there is a possible count, which I don't like, because the wave 4 is like, I can't see a wave 4 here, guys. You know, there is not a proper wave 4. Was this the wave 4 right there? Right? In a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You know, I don't like it too much, but it could be, maybe, right? Maybe if we do consider, this was a pretty nice, this was the largest consolidation of the drop, right? So the only wave 4 that we can consider is this one, right? Not this one. Eventually not here, because your wave 3 needs to be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more aggressive. So can this be the wave 4 where we're looking at 1, 2, 3? This was your 4, and this was your 5th wave, right? And this is it. This is it, guys. That's the low of your higher time frame ABC. Maybe it is. I don't like it. The timing is too fast, too shallow, right? Did you hit the 236? You just hit the 236 Fibonacci, right? If you're considering this your wave 2 and this your wave 3, your wave 4, okay, you hit a minimum target, 236. It was a bit long. It was the longest one from the drop of tonight, right? The last 24 hours. It was the longest one. If you are, you know, it's the only one that we can consider if we are leaning on the side that this has been the end. I think this still looks very much a one wave. All of this does look very one wavy. And when you consider that wave 4s are usually longer than your wave 2s, or at least similar, right? Not that short in timing. You would have to come to that conclusion that, yeah, I'm not too sure about how we're going to recover here. So the next information is going to tell us a lot of things, right? If we do manage to get above the golden pocket, like I said, this would be a very bullish sign. If we do get to $93,000, potentially tonight, right? Early morning tomorrow, that is going to be a very, very bullish sign for the next coming days, despite any corrective move. I mean, this correction, considering a wave 2, can come down to the 7-8 Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high, right? So it can, you know, this will test, you know, for all of the bulls, it will test your patience because it can be aggressive. But remember, if you do hit the $93,000, it will be looking very, very good for the bulls in the next coming weeks, okay? So take that level into consideration to start thinking bullish on a correction. Analyze the waves. Is it corrective? Is it three wavy, right? Do you overlap later on the fourth wave? Do we form local bullish CVD divergence? That's going to be a very good sign. That would be the ultimate bullish case scenario, right? So I don't like it too much. I don't like this wave 4. It's too shallow in time. It's too shallow on your fib from here to here, 236 Fibonacci. So as we do come up here, maybe to the 382, remember we are considering possibly that you are in the formation of a wave 4 still. When we do zoom into the 3-minute time frame, we really need to analyze this local movement. I can already see the possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that could form your A wave or your 1 wave. The corrective move, you know, I would be expecting a 3 waver. If we start moving like this in the next coming hours, I would have to consider that we might be on the ABC formation to complete that 4th wave, and we're going to roll over to claim the lows in a 5th wave. So analyzing the map in the next coming hours will give us a lot of information. And eventually, if that C wave does go as high, you form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the golden pocket, the $93,000, I will consider this a 3rd wave, and you're forming 4, 5 correction. This is looking bullish. So whatever information the chart gives us is going to tell us many things here. So it's going to be looking very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, guys. You know, like I said, you know, I am leaning on this scenario. You know, I'm leaning on one more low, or is the low in? Right? I could be completely wrong, and the price just crashes down to $70,000 tonight. I don't think that is the case, but I don't have a crystal ball, guys. We were just analyzing the volume, the power of the wave. You know, this is looking extremely 3 wavy from this pivot, extremely 3 wavy. So it would make sense to create one more low. It would make sense. Now, what I do like very much, which I would consider an absolute sniper swing long position, just say that we do correct, right? The low is not in. If the low is in, then absolutely wonderful, right? We're looking for a recovery in the next couple of weeks. But if the low is not in, and we do form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is an ultimate pivot that, you know, I might be exiting or adding to the position. I might chicken out. No, I don't think so. Very, very likely we'll be analyzing very carefully this pivot. But there is this pivot higher low, which is like the ultimate level, guys. We cannot lose this pivot, which is $85,000. Why can't we lose this pivot? If we go to the daily time frame, you can clearly see why this pivot cannot be lost. We got the inefficiency right over here. No support. If the $85,000 is lost, we could go down to 75. I don't know. 72. I don't know how far it could go down quickly in a couple of days. There is no support. There is no strong support. There might be a small little naked point of control somewhere, but you have this massive candlestick that was just a massive rocket. And do you know what happens when you have these big movements and you form the first higher low and you continue uptrending? Do you know what happens if the price crosses the last level of support? We can show you a few examples. I mean, the clearest one would be this one. Inefficiency candlestick right there. Big move up. Higher low. Higher low. Momentum continues. You lose this pivot, you will fill the entire candlestick and, you know, maybe even go lower. There's no support here. You blast through the level. There's other examples as well on the 4-hourly chart, right? We got another one right over here. What happens when this higher low is lost as support? You have this bad boy right over here. This ain't a zone to get into swing long positions. It's a zone to remain patient and realize the reaction and manage risk with stop losses. If this does not hold and you're getting into longs, you're going to get wrecked. If you lose the support from the first higher lows after a rocket move up, you are going to come down as fast or faster. You're going to come down as fast or faster. This was faster than this movement up. So, you know, there's multiple examples. We can go through many examples of this, but that was pretty clear, I think, to explain. So what would happen? What would happen if you lose this low? What would happen if you lose this $85,000? You get the point, right? It will get destroyed. The movement down will be as fast or faster. This has been 4 or 5 days, right, of a big push up. This could take 1-2 days if you lose this level. So this turns into a great opportunity zone if you know how to handle your risk management. Because there is 2 scenarios that could happen here. You break down, or you hold as support and you get an awesome recovery right there. It's just a plan to take into consideration, but it's a plan to be safe for all of those people that do not understand the explanation. Guys, this is not a zone to add and get into swing long positions and add to the position. This is a wrecked zone. You will get wrecked if you lose this pivot. Do not have any swing long positions in this area for your safety. Because if the price does decide to break this support, I can tell you that it will move faster than this movement to the upside, but to the downside. And I can show you dozens of explanations on the 4-hourly, the daily, just like 2 that I've just explained. And this is just to stay on the safe side, guys. Anybody that is swing trading and looking for this to be the reaccumulation, that's what we're leaning on. I could be completely wrong, guys, and we're going down to $70,000. I'm not leaning on that side. I'm leaning for the ultimate recovery, as you know, right? That's the highest probability scenario that I do see on the price of Bitcoin. We got the shakeout. We got extreme fear. Everybody's running with like chickens with no head on, right? And this is the moment, right? This is the moment to really analyze very carefully. Are we going to form one more low, or are we going to bounce? You know, is the low in? This is what we analyze as technical analysts and traders. We analyze, is the low in already, right? Counting the waves. Could we have one more wave down, as this wave is very, very, very fast? I don't like the idea that, you know, this little small pivot is your 4th wave. You know, it just doesn't look right. I ain't counting this as a 5-wave move. it could, and it would be rare. You know, if we were to recover from this point, I will be like, wow, well, you know, this was the little fourth wave, right? We hit the 236, which is the minimum fib target zone. Okay, that's fine. It's just very shallow in timing, which is just rare. But you know the deal, right? The movements on the chart are rare every day. That you just get rare movements all the time. So could it be? It might be. Buy the dip and forget the noise, says 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿. Much love to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe because we go in detail on the pure technical analysis and where we are looking for trading opportunities. I was looking for a long position and I did get into a long position yesterday and I did get stopped out, guys. Okay, anybody that is new, right? We need to be transparent here. We cannot suddenly forget, but I'm a day trader. I manage risk very, very well. And one of the scenarios was looking at this scenario right over here, right? We need to talk about this, not this one right over here. I was looking at the 0.88 or the 0.78 to get a reaction bounce. I got into the 0.88. We were in the green for about 2 hours or 3. Had my stop loss beneath the low. I went to bed. You know, his stop loss was there. And got stopped out on the situation. And I took most of the profits already from the short here, head short position, considering the double 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. So I should have left a little bit of that short open, to be honest, when you consider the bearish case, which was, hey, if you are looking for this being the bearish case and this does not hold, why would you take profit so early, right? Well, you know, I was just leaning on the bullish case. I took the profits, and but that is that, right? Profits are profits. It could have been more profits. It could have been less. It could have been, you know, it doesn't matter. We were at support. I was happy with the profits, and I just took them. So the bearish case is playing out locally, which should be followed by a massive recovery in the coming weeks if we are considering that this is the end of the correction. And just looking at something simple that we've been talking about throughout the last few weeks would be a reaccumulation schematic. And what I do like about this 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿 accumulation schematic, by the way, if you need to understand 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿, and this is in Spanish, by the way, el método 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿. El método 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿. It's all about understanding volume. It's all 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿 and volume go hand in hand. And I will be happy to explain the volume based on why is this looking much better for a reaccumulation on the higher time frame than a distribution, right? It all has to do with the volume. If the smart money, and this is on Coinbase, you can check Binance, it doesn't really matter, right? They're the largest exchanges, right, holding Bitcoin. Coinbase and Binance, right? There's no other two. On spot, I am referring, okay? If the smart money, Coinbase is, you know, is giving all the Bitcoin to most of the ETFs, right? You get the deal. It's the biggest in US. And this is Coinbase chart. If the smart money is aggressively, getting out of the market, they want to get out at high levels, right? They don't want to get out down here. They want to maximize their profits. They realize, they have professional chart analysts that are telling them where to get out, where to get in, right? People that have decades of experience, OGs in technical analysis and market cycles. If they are getting out at the highs, you would see an increase in volume aggressively throughout the drops from all-time highs. And that is not the case on the daily. On the daily time frame, you do not see from all-time high to this low, from all-time high to this low right over here. You actually got some pretty significant buying pressure here. You do not see massive red volume, right? You got red volume here, but this was in the middle right there. This was just a doji candle in the middle. You should see the volume increasing very aggressively here throughout this drop, right? Even throughout this drop right over here. Now, when you do go and take a look at the distribution that we had in 2021, the highest amount of volume from the all-time highs, if you take a look at the volume from this drop, high volume. Not too much on this side, but you do have the highest volume, right, on the movement down. There is more volume on the movement down than on the movement up. Look at the volume on the movement up. It is below the red volume on the movement down. And now, obviously, the last all-time high, this is where the smart money really unloads. They're like, this is it, guys. We are starting to get out here quick, because what is to follow is a big, massive dump to $30,000. Let's try and get out at 60, 55K, right? You can see the massive volume increase. Smart money is getting out. Smart money is getting out. And of course, you have this follow through. Do we have this same scenario right now? You know, do we have big volume on the drops? Do we have big volume on the drops? Apparently not. We have this big volume in the middle here, just at the beginning stages in a doji. But there's no big major red volume. We actually got green volume in the on the daily, right? There's a bit of red right there, but nothing too serious. You need to see the volume outstanding, right, from the all-time high corrections. This is not the case. It's not the case. This is why we're leaning on, very possibly, we are in this reaccumulation schematic, which will finally end up buying here. Where's the reaccumulation schematic? Where did I put it? I lost it. I don't know what I did with it. What happened here? On Coinbase. Never mind, it's lost. I don't know where it is. Anyway, never mind. You get the point about the Wyckoff accumulation and distribution. Volume is very important. Now, let's go through the comment section, see how everybody is feeling. Are you bearish? Are you bullish? It is time to ask the community, are you feeling bullish or are you feeling bearish? Do you see a recovery? Will $85,000 to $90,000 hold, right? Is the 85 to 90K zone the lows for Bitcoin? Let me know right away on the poll. Yes or no, legends? Let me know your opinion. I am leaning on the potential that one more wave could be on the formation looking at the lower time frames. Okay. The low could be in, but it would be the most horrible 5-wave move down that I've ever seen. Not that I've ever seen, but it would be quite random. So one more low is possibly on the cards here, okay? Just because I consider all of this the third wave. We are getting rejected at the 236 Fibonacci, which I would be considering a double bottom locally to form an ABC flat here if the price does recover above the recent lows. I will only long this day trade, right? Because it will be a day trade right over here and look for these local highs to be hit to take profit here. This is a day trade. Despite I am looking for a recovery on one more low and then up. Why didn't you hold? You know, I will have a swing long and I'm managing that apart, right? But this would be a day trade possibility. Just because, you know, this wave 4 would be still very shallow in timing if we do consider this the high of wave 3 and this the low of wave 3. For this to be the 4th and then there's the 5th, I would consider a flat. If we come down very fast here, I would consider that kind of liquidity grab. All of the longs that are entering right now or they're entering late, they're very bullish. Stop them out. Get the lows hit. I would be interested in longing here and I would be interested in shorting here based on that 1, 2, 3, 4 in your flat 5 wave. Get that ultimate movement down to your last level of support, which is 85.2K, right? I'm interested in longs, interested in shorts locally. Higher time frame, I'm interested in swing longs. Now we need to consider more locally, guys, like I mentioned. I mean, if we were to continue bounce, our next big major fib level to consider that wave 4 is going to be the 382 Fibonacci. If we break through the 236, which is currently handling the resistance throughout the last hour, even 2 hours, our next resistance is going to be 90,800, right? Where we do have that pivot low, potentially with a bit of volume. It could turn into that resistance, support resistance flip, right? SR flip right over here for your wave 4. Preferably you get a little wave down, so you do have a zigzag movement here. And then you roll over. So this zone is going to be very interesting. The 382, how we form that wave here. If we form 5 waves up, it could be the rollover pivot. Okay. You got the support resistance flip. You got the 382 speculating on this being the wave 3. Wave 4 could be on the formation. So I am interested in shorts here on the bounce as well. We just need to be very, very careful and analyze how we move up there. Preferably we do form a little bit of a zigzag situation here, right? Where you get a little dump right now. We form a higher low, boop, boop, boop. You know, you got a bit of a zigzag. Wave 4, similar in length. And then we get one more leg down. And that is the zone that we're starting to focus aggressively on swing longs. And the best scenario here, considering this strategy, would be a swing failure pattern on your wave 5. This would be the moment where once you do claim the low, instead of catching the low here, just in case the price goes to $60,000, we want to see the recovery above this pivot low and manage risk accordingly. This will turn out into a swing trade position. You don't need to go too crazy. You can risk peanuts, because if this does play out in the next coming weeks, your long position is looking something like this, right? You don't need to go crazy with the amount of risk that you're having here. And you need to see a sign of strength. You need to see that movement down in your wave 5 is not breaking down impulsively from the last low, and you are actually recovering above it to then speculate this could be the low, this could be the end of 5 waves, it could be the end ultimately of that scenario, which is this one right over here. You're finishing your C wave and you got 5 waves to finish your C wave, and your Y wave of your WXY in a much larger WXY. All of this ended up being a massive multi-monthly range corrective structure that turns out to be a Wyckoff reaccumulation schematic. I don't know what I've done with this chart, but it's gone absolutely crazy. Okay, so ultimately that's what we are, speculating on here on this possibility, not this one. I don't know what the heck happened here. I effed up the accumulation schematic, the reaccumulation schematic. We have CBM here. Shout out to you, my man. 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗫, I'm giving a massive shout out to this dude because he is absolutely awesome with his content. Go and check out 𝗬𝗏𝗽, guys. It is CBM 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗫. He's in the comment section. Okay. 𝗬𝗏𝗽𝗫. He is commenting right now. Go and check out his content because he's been talking about the launches of Pi, Kanye West, right? Meme coin. And he's actually getting into some awesome shorts, right? He's been eventually realizing that a lot of these meme coins that are launching, that launch on these exchanges, you have a great opportunity to jump into a short position as they do launch, because a lot of them have been just dumping and dumping. Go and check him out, guys. He is in the comment section right now. And the good thing about these meme coins as well, lots of them are listed very fast on just a couple of exchanges. And I know MEXC is one of the first exchanges that launches these meme coins, guys. Remember that you do have a great bonus for all of those people signing up first, right? First sign up on MEXC, you link your phone number, you have the chance in getting either $10 or $100. You might get $50, you might get $80 just by linking your phone number, guys. Take advantage of this free money that you will be getting airdropped to your futures platform in 24 to 48 hours. And use that for trading. For all of the big whales that don't care about the small bonus, MEXC works perfectly, especially trading Bitcoin. You get $30,000 deposit bonus the more volume that you move and the more you deposit, and also 50% fee reduction. I think I still have that 50% fee reduction. I'll have to double check with the team here. I need a double check, okay? But for the moment, I've had lots of fee reductions if you signed up with the link down below, guys. I will have to double confirm that with the fees. MEXC, second link down below, guys. Take advantage on this awesome platform. If you want, you can only sign up with an email and a password. That's it. Okay? If you want, you can sign up with email and password. You don't need to kind of verify, right? You would say. If you want to claim some bonuses, then I think you do need to follow some verification. But for all of those people that want to go, right, just with an email and a password, you have that option on MEXC Legends. Let's go right away through the comment section. I want to take a look at the poll here. Are you bullish or are you bearish on the price of Bitcoin? Is this the low 85 to 90K zone, the lows for Bitcoin? Yes or no, legends? 60% of people say yes. 40% of people say no. We got over 600 votes on this scenario, guys. Woo! The fear has actually kicked in, guys. Extreme fear has kicked in, and we can see it here on the votes. Lots of people are quite bearish. 40% says, this is not the low. This 85, 90K low of the range is not the low. I'm not sure if I did a poll here when we hit all-time high. I'll have to check that stream, because there was a stream created either when we were hitting the high on Monday, the 20th of January. I would assume that I would have asked, are we going to form a swing failure pattern here, or are we going higher? I'm sure I created a poll here very similar to this one. It would be interesting to check the poll. I'm not sure if I did. I would say yes. But this is going to be interesting to come in the next 2 weeks, guys. Whether we are at $70,000 or we are bouncing up. It's going to be interesting to come back to this stream and see, you know, how much votes did we have on this question, right? Is this the low or not? Will be interesting to see. Let's go through the comment section right away. Say hello to our beautiful community. Do you know why I can't transfer USDT to Binance from my OKX wallet? Okay, here we go again. These comments are absolutely crazy, guys. I don't know what this kind of scam is, but where is it? Look at this, guys. Stay away from all of this. You got a recovery seed here. I've seen this on multiple comments. Stay away from this. I don't know what kind of trick this is. But there might be a few dollars here, Amy Diamond. And what you're going to do is transfer or create a transfer to your original wallet. And, you know, potentially they can form a kind of a hack or something. It might be a poison node or something, right? Stay away, guys, from this. Do you know why I can't transfer USDT to Binance from my OKX wallet? I mean, first of all, I'm not sure if OKX has a wallet. It's an exchange, so they wouldn't have a recovery phrase. But they might have a wallet. I'm totally unaware of that. But, oh man, these guys, you know, they never give up. Some people might fall for this crap, but be careful. This might be a poison node, or I don't know, and they might get some of your, you know, a sophisticated way in hacking your account, guys. Okay, stay away from this. I'm going to delete this right now. Okay, guys, stay cautious, because I know a lot of people that are noob. They're like, wow, a recovery phrase. I'm going to put it right now, and there might be $10, there might be $5. And if you do a transfer, you might get poisoned. So stay away from all of this, guys. Amy Diamond, screw you, get away. Go away. BTC is putting. BTC is putting. BTC is dumping. BTC is pumping. BTC is putting. DXY dumping. Well, that's an initial sign. Yeah, I do have the DXY here somewhere. What about the Bitcoin dominance? Is this the moment, guys? Altcoins absolutely wrecked, and we are happy to buy up some altcoins. ICP, I am down 20% on this one. This was a quick flip. I put about $50,000 on this one, and I'm down about 20K already on this. I mean, this was only a quick flip for this cycle. I wasn't holding this long term, and I'm actually in the red on this one. It's one of them that I'm in the red. Illuvium, I didn't put too much on Illuvium, don't care really. My biggest holding is Chainlink, so Chainlink's still in the green, but Chainlink also got a hit, guys. You know, what can I say? Not happy with altcoins for the moment. Not happy with some altcoins performance. Chainlink is still at about, yeah, just almost scratching a 3x here, still in profit. I'm going to lean on the side that let's see how we develop in the next coming weeks. It might be a double 1-2 here. Let's hope it is. If not, it's an ABC, and we'll have to ride another bear market till we recover in the next coming years. What can I say? I'm not selling at the lows, guys. I'm not selling. You know, if we come down on Chainlink to $10, $9, I'll have to say, crap. I missed selling, right? Again. So we'll just have to ride another cycle. What can I say? You know, it's just, it is what it is. I would be happy to possibly reaccumulate again if we do get back down to below $10. Not joking. This has been a constant reaccumulation at good zones. So, yeah. What about 𝗬𝗓? Yeah, also 𝗬𝗓. You're right here. I am down on 𝗬𝗓. And this was an epic entry, guys. It was an epic entry. We rode all the way up. I was doing many live streams focusing on altcoin buys, guys. I think about a dozen. We were talking about a dozen altcoins. 𝗬𝗓, Avalanche. Avalanche is also down from the buying zone. Constellation DAG. This one managed to profit from this one. 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗴𝗫 managed to make a 3x on that one. Constellation DAG a 4x, getting out at the March highs. And my average buying zone on 𝗬𝗓 was 60 to 70 cent here. Just before this breakout. Bottom formation, we are ready to pop. We popped and missed out by a few cents in taking profit on this. You know, you never can get the exact high. You know, luckily, I managed to profit on Constellation DAG. I managed to profit on 𝗕𝗏𝗃. I managed to profit on 𝗏𝗏 Network, doing almost a 5x on the pump that we had in December. 𝗬𝗓 missed it by a few cents. Illuvium has gone to crap. ICP, I'm down 25%. You need to have a balanced way of looking at the different scenarios, guys. Some I've done okay. Some we just need to maintain a little bit of that downtrend, right? So it's still looking interesting. I do not believe that the Bitcoin dominance is going to go to 90% dominance, right? This will reverse at some point. Will it be March? Will it be April? You know, this is not going to go, in my opinion. Obviously, we've had a very, very poisoned altcoin environment, guys. There's been tens and hundreds of thousands of altcoins, meme coins being created every week on the Solana damn blockchain. I hope Solana burns and it goes to crap, right? You know, there's this very easy way in this decentralized world that you can just create whatever coin you want. And this damages the industry. I think the Kanye West altcoin did not succeed very well. I think it didn't even reach 100,000 market cap, if I'm not mistaken. 100,000 or 100 million, I'm not sure. And it launched and it just went to hell. It went to hell. So you can realize how the people are getting smarter, right? They're not falling for this crap of all of these different celebrity coins being launched, president coins. So this is a good reset, guys. It's a good reset. So at some point, this reset will happen and you're going to get the good, proper DeFi projects, decentralized finance projects, right? Getting the pop, which is basically what we need to see, guys, right? The good projects. We've turned crypto, the entire crypto space in a meme, except for Bitcoin. All crypto is just a meme. So yeah, we definitely need a reset on all of this. Not much to say here on Andy. Can you please provide us another affiliate link commercial? It's been well over 5 minutes since the last one you mentioned. Is that the week's link you mean? Yeah, week's link looks like works just as good. Another affiliate link. Week's link works just fine, okay? For the bonus, for the $10 to $100, 0% maker fee. The link works fine, okay? Anybody that wants to trade Bitcoin and some altcoins as well, you do have weeks, guys. If you want, you can just sign up with an email and a password, okay? Take advantage, guys, of weeks because you just need an email and a password. If you want to claim some big bonuses, you know, you possibly need to do KYC. But for people that don't really care and they want to basically hide their identification, well, eventually weeks is a great option for you guys. And the link works fine. I've just tested it. It works all good. Andy is selling his link like a boss. I haven't sold any single chain link. Eventually, I wanted to sell once we got above $30. That was definitely a scenario that I was taking into consideration, guys. And that had to do because I'm just tired, guys. I'm tired. I've been holding and buying this for over 5 years now. And I was considering the possibility of an ABC move here and that we just won't manage to reach all-time high this cycle. So I was looking for one more leg up and probably exit 10% or 20%. I was still in doubt. I'm not going to sell down here, guys. We just have to hold on for another couple of years if we enter that bear market. What can I say? But we don't sell at the lows, guys. Definitely not. I would reconsider reaccumulating more. Buy a few more thousand chain link down here if we get below $10. No joke, guys. So again, wrecked. Well, not particularly wrecked, guys. I've been in the industry for a long time now and managed to profit in the previous cycle. Not as much as I wanted. Everybody gets caught. Nobody sells all their bags at the highs, guys. Okay. So did profit nicely from the previous cycle, except for Chainlink. Chainlink I was buying in 2019, and I bought very aggressively throughout 2022 and 2023 in this range. There are so many streams from my channel buying Chainlink here, guys. I'm buying more. I'm buying more. I'm buying more. So this is still good. It's not wrecked. It's just the profits on a 10x, right? More like a 2.5, 3x right now. So the profits are not that great for the moment, right? For the moment. So it's not wrecked. It's just that the profits are not that nice on Chainlink. Andy, don't be hoping for my bag to fail. Not to worry. Chainlink is a very good project. It will recover in the future despite any bear market that we have, any correction. Andy, already bear market vibes. Well, you know, bear market vibes, you know, you get the deal, right? Extreme fear, guys. This is probably a good opportunity zone, no doubt. You want to buy low, right? Well, you got your chance. We are at very low levels on lots of altcoins. So if you want to buy low, DCA, right? Don't sell the house and buy one single altcoin. DCA is the way to go, right? $100 here, $100 there, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, boom, boom, boom. And then you get a good average zone. And Chainlink is the best example, right? I was saying DCA, guys, DCA. Regardless if we go to $4 or not, I'm buying at 6, at 7, at 5. Bam, bang, bang. Beautiful average entry zone. And you had many months here to scoop up a good average price. I don't want to buy some more Chainlink. I will know when to buy, right? If we really, continue the downtrending and we start forming a dying formation here, descending wedge, then I'll say, guys, I'm starting to buy again. Just moving down very aggressively, and I'm happy with the bag that I have. So you don't sell it low. You're damn right, Chris. So no selling. It's just, just remaining patient. The only moment that I was considering selling was a few weeks ago, that if we were to create another high above $30, I might scoop out, some profits on Chainlink. We never got that move. So if I did not sell, I'm not selling here, guys. I will ride this to zero. And this ain't $10,000 or $100,000. This is a lot of money that I do have here. So I am taking that risk and I'm going to hold on. And I'll consider buying more. There's not a moment to be scared. I mean, it all really depends on your risk management. Can you afford to hold on some coins down to lower levels? I can. What's your link average price? Just because I had much more money the last few years than the money I had in 2018 and 2019, I started buying Chainlink in 2019, average price of $1.60. So I bought more Chainlink in this range at $5, $6 than I bought here at, $2, $3 range, right? Just because I had more money throughout the last few years than I had back in 2019. So my average buying zone is $6-7. Okay, around about $6-7, maybe $5 if you count the price that I bought from here. So yeah. Holding on that stinky linky. I am a bit disappointed. I was very excited, you know, hitting $30 a couple of months ago. It's like, yes, guys, we're looking good. We were analyzing this structure throughout the last few years and it played out beautifully. And now we are kind of breaking the chart a little bit. The only bullish case that comes to my mind that we might still be on the formation of a third wave. However, we formed a double 1-2 on the higher time frame, which, you know, eventually would be very, very bullish for the next coming months. As long as we do maintain above this low, a higher low here could be on the formation. So it's not a moment to chicken out, that is for sure. If we get down below $10, so be it, guys. We're going to have to ride the bear market like big boys and buy some more. Buy till we get wrecked. This is going to be it for Chainlink. I will buy more below $10, guys, if we do get down there in the next coming weeks, months, right? Andy the Gambler. I know Chainlink is a proven working project, okay, that is very much needed. So I have full faith on this one, right? I have full faith. It's not gambling, it's just buying cheap. You know, if I bought Chainlink here, expecting a good average buying zone, does that make me a gambler? No. I don't want to buy now just because we're moving down very aggressively. And if we do form a range bottom formation in the next coming weeks, then I would consider reaccumulating. I mean, I would prefer below $10, but anyway, it's all on the chart. Render, oh my goodness, Render got wrecked. You know, I do see a couple of different crypto professionals online, and Render, my goodness, there were so many people hyped up on Render going to, I don't know, $40, $50, $100 target levels, right? I've had many, you know, Chainlink, you know, also all-time high for me. Yeah, it's likely going to happen. But the thing is, where do you buy? This is the problem, right? Because I made it very clear on Chainlink on where am I buying and where I'm not buying. I am not buying Chainlink currently at these levels. Okay? And this is super important to understand, because your average influencer or your average, you know, AI, this coin is going to go to the moon. They are going to be talking about it here, here, and here, and here. And, you know, I'm very much aware, you know, guys, this is no zone to buy any of this coin, no matter how good it looks and how bright the future looks. It's just not a zone to buy. I'm sorry. I always keep this very clear on where the other zones where I'm considering buying. They're not always going to be right, but you're going to get a better price level than the average Joe out there, influencer, is going to talk about. Because they're just going to talk about moon baby. They're going to talk about these VCs are investing. This is the future. Now they are partnered with this guy. You know, last chance. Buy now or regret later. And me as a chart analyst, I will take a look at the exact videos when that was launched. And many are launched throughout this movement, right? And I take a look at the charts, and there's no way in a million years I will get in any asset that has moved like this, like a hockey stick. No way. No way. I'm not buying, no matter how good it is. No matter if the president has launched this and, is in partnership with Russia and, you know, and they're going to do whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no way in a million years that I would buy a chart that looks like this. Ever. This is why we talk about bottoming formation zones. We talk about good opportunity bottom formation zones, and as we roll down, it's just not still remain patient, just like I explained with Chainlink. I'm not going to buy Chainlink here. I have enough. But even though if I didn't have any Chainlink, I would remain patient to look for a bottom formation. Then I would reconsider the situation. Then I would say, guys, you know, this might be a good opportunity zone before, you know, we pump. But on the pump, not happening, guys. You will never see me say, buy this on a pump. Never. So, anyway, legends. Not much to say. Aditya, my man, how many likes do we have? We have over 600 likes. Much love to everybody, guys. Thank you very much for joining the stream. I want to go through comment section, but, you know, RSI is oversold. Yeah, be careful with this. Amy Diamond. Weeks does give bonuses, guys. Weeks is a completely legit exchange. I've been trading there for months. The volume is massive. Trading Bitcoin, it works completely great, guys. You know, I'm not going to talk about an exchange that does not work good for me. So I've been trading there for months, guys. It works just perfectly. So yeah, you do get the bonuses. I've seen many people claim the bonus. So it works just as good. For people that are interested, check it out. You can sign up with an email and a password. It works just as good. I am bullish as Moses. Wave 5 or 4 flat. Cosmin, this is what we've been talking about. There's not much to talk about on Bitcoin. Stay cautious. The levels, the scenarios have been mentioned. Levels where we need to reject. We might get a zigzag move. If we move up very fast, that will be bullish. If we move very slowly and we form a 5-wave move here to the 382 50%, it could be the bearish sign. We're coming back to the lows. If we move down from the lows right now, we can consider a flat structure. Why? Just because we could be on the formation of that wave 4. Wave 4s need to be similar in length to your wave 2s or even longer. So moving down from here to claim the lows would mean one thing. You could be forming a flat. This is why a double bottom is definitely considered right now here, just to have a nice timing wave 4. Okay, so double bottom to the highs that we've just formed is definitely a scenario. If we form a higher low, the zigzag is going to be looking very interesting. The 382 to the 50% Fibonacci from this pivot to this pivot low could be that moment where you form the wave 4 and you roll down to the lows. So if we move down from here, it would be too fast. I would consider a local double bottom. This could be the wave 4. However, it's very shallow in timing, very shallow compared to your wave 2. So considering the flat scenario, stay cautious, legends. Thank you very much for joining. We are all good. We got the drop. This is a scenario that we were very much aware that could happen on yesterday's stream. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you want more updates, you have the Legends trading community, which is the 4th link down below. You have the Discord, lots of traders out there sharing different knowledge, myself, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽, and rest of the coaches providing different setups and scenarios. And you got all of the information right over here. Once you click that link, you'll be getting access to the Legends trading community and all of the modules to learn how to read the chart and look for opportunities. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in the next one.